I'm Angie.
And I'm Alex.
And we're the Walker Sisters.
Today we're gonna teach you how to lob. So when we lob, we usually are lobbing as the right side player, and the spot that we want to lob to is over our right side opponent's left shoulder. So that's over, if they're a righty, over their backhand. I'm going to try my best to make my dink look like my lob. This disguise is what's going to trick your opponent into thinking that they're receiving a dink, and it'll actually help you successfully get the lob over their head and not allow them to hit an overhead. When I then take it out of the air to lob, I'm trying to keep that motion exactly the same so that it tricks them. They're leaning forward, their body weight is forward, leaning to look for a dink or to take it out of the air, and suddenly the ball goes up over their head. This is a really great shot to use when you're playing mixed doubles because it's lobbing up over typically the girl on the right side, and it keeps the ball away from the guy, usually the guy plays the left in mixed, from the guy's forehand. If you're able to successfully disguise your dink and your lob, you can also implement a speed up disguise. So if you're able to make your speed up, your lob, and your dink all look the same and throw all of those into your gameplay, now you're gonna have your opponents jumping, guessing, they think you're speeding up, you're really lobbing, they think you're dinking, you're really speeding up, and now you have a really big advantage. I prefer to lob out of the air just because by leaning in and taking the ball without it bouncing, you've taken time away from your opponent, and it takes away even that millisecond of time for them to react to the lob. So you're leaning in, you're taking time, you're lobbing over them, you've taken that time away. When I'm playing up at the kitchen line and when I'm playing pickleball in general, I wanna make sure that I have a loose grip pressure on my paddle. If I'm squeezing my paddle really hard, I'm not gonna have as much control with where I want the ball to go. Having this loose arm, loose grip allows me to manipulate where the ball is going and be more accurate with my shots. As well as having a loose grip pressure, I also want to make sure that I create space between my arm and my body. If I'm jammed in here and let the ball come to me, I don't have any room to work and place the ball where I want. I want to make sure that I create space here and I'm pushing with my shoulder and my arm rather than using my wrist and flipping with my wrist. So it's one motion, I've got space between my body and my arm, and I'm lifting either my dink or I'm lifting my lob.
So Alex talked about lobbing out of the air, and I'm gonna talk about lobbing off the bounce. It's very similar concept. I'm on the right side and I'm trying to lob over the right side person on the other side, their backhand. And what I'm gonna do when I'm doing it off the bounce again is I still have to disguise it. I don't wanna all of a sudden look like, look, I'm throwing up a defensive lob and I'm on my back foot and I don't know what else to do with this. I wanna get my feet and body behind the ball, let the ball bounce, and what I'm gonna do a little bit differently is add more top spin. We have to be controlled here when it's off the bounce. So again, when the ball comes to me, I'm always preparing the ball so that it's in the middle of my stance when I'm dinking, and the same thing goes for lobbing. Really try your best not to lob off your back foot here. Letting the ball bounce, trying to get the ball in between my stance every time, and when I'm ready to lob it, I'm just gonna lift with a little bit more top spin.
Thank you so much for watching.
We're the Walker Sisters.
And we'll see you next time.